guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look at a scenario in which Italy and Libya go to war. Why am I doing this scenario? Because, well, Libya was once a colony of Italy, and I thought it'd be interesting to have them go to war. For whatever reason, I was going to do Italy versus Greece, but then I picked Libya. And well, Italy has the upper hand if we go by naval occupation, which I would assume it would be. They probably have this area already. And maybe even here. And then, well, they probably just occupy what their territorial water would be. Sea. So they're probably headed down to try and prepare down here. Most likely. Well, Libya is probably preparing too. But the only problem is Libya is pretty divided, so it would be pretty hard. Let's say they do this. And then Italy would probably move towards engagement with this, as they would most likely head towards fighting in this region or this area. I would say Italy would have the upper hand. After they would probably have a naval spearhead. But who would be Libya's allies? I mean, this would probably be their most likely ally. And well, probably Iran too. But I don't know if Iran would directly get involved. Yep. And that's Iran supporting. But we need to change the color a bit to this is probably a better color. And well, yeah. Algeria would be able to fight Italy, but Italy is still the strongest nation. Doesn't mean anything, no. But does it usually give a good idea of what would happen? Well, yeah. But in reality, hypothetically, it may work. But it's all about how you use your time. And they do this. Moving towards the island of Sardinia to engage in fighting with Italy. Italy is probably... Yeah, that does not look like your color to invade with. Just saying. As they move in. And that's pretty much what it looks like for a while. As Italy gets ready for a direct confrontation with Libya. As they make it to the coast. But they're struggling to move by where the capital is near. Even though, realistically, it doesn't really matter. Well, this happens. And yeah, they kind of do this. Which encircles a big portion of the armed forces. With them stuck, they can't really escape unless they go to the Suez Canal. But really, there's nothing they can do. As this naval waters kinda are occupied. And well, this area kind of falls over to Italy. It looks like Italy is doing the best. Who would help Italy? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say entirely what, because it could be anyone, really. Well, I think based on how this war is turning so far, they get Morocco. Why would they get Morocco, and how could this be significant? Because it would be. A lot of Italians aren't happy over the occupation of Sardinia, But Italy is still doing a good job. Except on their own soil. And well, Morocco's ready. As they start chasing boats out. And they kind of do this. With most of these forces escaping, but still some staying. Because they couldn't be taken. Yep, as that falls. As Morocco's pushing to Algeria is readied. And well, this is not the only place that would be escalating, I would say. I mean, it would definitely. But I feel like it might escalate in Albania. Based on what I'm going at for the scenario. How I came up with this idea. So, yeah. Italy kinda attacks here. Yep. Why? Because they believe they're supporting the other team. Why would I do this? Well, if that did happen, well, this would be a war changing way quicker. And yeah, it's not entirely realistic. Or else there would be a harsh reality for this. With Croatia and Slovenia being put on one side, Macedonia gets put on another. And well, some countries like Bosnia just stay neutral. But there's a few mistakes made. As Serbia moves in towards Croatia. But there is one problem. If all this happened, this would happen. With what I'm getting at. Makes sense, actually, what I'm doing. And, well, with Greece entering, I don't think Bulgaria's navy is going to be able to do much to stop a Turkish advance. Well, that's making it also much easier for Egypt to get forces to Libya. Which is the whole purpose of this video. Well, Bosnia is staying out of this war, surprisingly. And well, Turkey getting involved. This wouldn't have many consequences, but would have a few. With Greece saying, what's the worst that could happen, basically. As quickly after this happens. Yeah. Let's see how Turkey getting further ahead. With this happening, kinda. With somebody else readying their advance, which is Turkey, who lands on these islands and starts a huge advance up Bulgaria's coast, which allows them to easily move into Bulgaria towards the capital, which is Sofia, which falls. So yeah, Bulgaria's in trouble. With one final push to try and keep on to their territories, failing. And yeah. And Turkey is moving fast as they head towards Greece. Yeah. As this probably isn't the best situation for Italy. But I feel like if this happened, well, it's just asking to escalate here. countries like Syria don't do anything, with Armenia trying to get involved. But then Azerbaijan listens and invades, as Turkey invades with a small number of forces and Armenia falls. Well, let's go to Morocco, which Morocco is having quite a bit of success. As why are they having so much success? Because they don't have to deal with someone down to their south, where they don't even have naval dominance established. And well, they occupy most of the country. It's de facto a country, but not really a country. And well, Western Sahara falls. And with this front just being stopped, because there's no point in continuing it. With Algeria basically now seeing that if they can't get Tunisia, they have to take this matter into their own hand. Which might be a good idea, actually. They don't want Tunisia to be against them, so why don't they make Tunisia force Tunisia? And this is so they can get resources needed to continue their offensive actions to Libya. And why is the fight not as big of a front? Because I don't think it would get too big. The Balkans is just because, well, yeah. And, well, more even happens, guys, as Tunisia falls. Which was a big shock. But the only problem is there's going to be some amount of forces sent over here, which counter-offend against Libya, against Italy. With Algeria also starting a counter-offensive against Morocco here. And while they also, in this front, hence leaving Morocco not as strong. But Italy and Greece reinforce this position. Fine, just Italy. And well, yeah. It could escalate, I mean. But from here, where would it escalate to? With Croatia being forced to surrender. Which means Italy starts sending forces to the Bulgarian front. And they try to get Romania involved, which eventually goes well. Well, it goes well enough. As well, the offensive actions are starting to not be as much. With Romania ready to push the Turks back as they do this. Which leads to a naval landing by Romania into Bulgaria. Which starts to take Turkey by surprise, so they move troops out. With Bulgaria being mostly liberated, except small chunks of land in the south. With Greece seeing Turkey is what they need to take out now. That's unlikely. They could get Turkey to give up, because Turkey wouldn't. I think this might be as far as you can get them back. But then again, Greece has pretty good weapons. And well, what else could happen? Egypt getting involved? But I doubt it. Why would Egypt want to help Italy? I don't know. As Italy moves towards Tunisia's coast. And to try and make sure they have a better hold, they extend these fronts. And well, they move forces like this. Why are they establishing naval dominance like a honeycomb? I don't know. with Greece moving south of Turkey and doing something similar to Romania. With Italy ready to prepare a landing in the Tunisia. With this being a shocking turn of events as Greek forces land in Turkey with the intent to get Turkey to surrender. With them making a big spearhead towards Ankara. Almost to Ankara, but it's repelled. And while Turkish people are going to fight and celebrate their victories almost. With this happening. With Turkey starting to be completely threatened. And well, yeah. The rest of its country. Which goes really well. With Turkey at the last point where they'll soon surrender. With the last thing before they surrender is the fall of Istanbul between Greece and Bulgaria. And well, a lot of the coast. When Istanbul falls, Turkey unconditionally capitulates. Fine, they just capitulate. And well, this is a shocking turn of events. As it leads to Azerbaijan also joining this armistice, and Iranian support to just stop. With something happening during this provisional government getting put in place in Turkey, which is a revolution. Which is especially in this region. As the Kurds rebel. This is a complete embarrassment to Turkey. Let's go to Tunisia, where a big attack is happening. With this being a safe point for landing, eventually Italy makes the brave landing. Which Algeria's navy is getting basically destroyed. As the final months of the battle for the Mediterranean, Italy and Morocco win. With Morocco pushing forwards and Italy making a landing behind the Tunisian front. Which this landing behind the Tunisian front disoriented them. So they do this. Which nobody thinks they can make it, but they encircle about 45,000 troops. And why am I making this tilted in Italy's favor? Because Italy is always tilted in some favor. And well, Italy changes sides and joins the blue team. No. That would be funny. With the final days of Libya well approaching. With Libya looking like it's going to split into three by Italy. And well, Tripoli falls. And well, this kind of happens to Libya. They're rendered useless. And well, Algeria is ready to be destroyed. As the capital, Algiers, falls. And with more movement, peace is established. But it takes a few years till actual peace is signed. With Greece trying to stabilize positions within Turkey, they continue. Yes, they see the threat of revolt in other areas high. Risk. With Kurdistan finally getting its independence. But this is not all to happen to Turkey. With a government revolt, a new government. With is basically very pro-Greek. No, it's not. It's very pro-Russia, basically. This new purple team. They want to reestablish Turkey. But luckily, with Greek support, the Turks managed to kick them out. With Turks now having to sign peace, along with the Azeris, Libyans, and Algerians, Albanians, Kosovoians, Macedonians, Croatians, and Slovenians. Yep, and now let's look. So the first treaty is the Treaty of Ankara. It's signed between Greece, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Bulgaria, Romania, Italy. Everybody signs it, basically. And it's about Turkey. And Armenia. Not that badly, but Kurdistan officially becomes independent. Greece annexes some land, Bulgaria, and, well, Italy. And, well, this is a free city of Istanbul. This is Armenia. And this is Azerbaijan, with a Treaty of Belgrade being signed now. And who does the Treaty of Belgrade have? Well, the Balkans. Serbia being made. And Serbia gained land from Croatia. They gained land from Montenegro, Albania, North Macedonia. Bulgaria gained land from North Macedonia, and in a former treaty gained some land from Turkey. With Romania getting nothing, Serbia, Croatia is basically a puppet. But there's one thing to go through. That happens right now. Not right now, but like right now after the end of the scenario. Which is Serbia denying that they gave all of us. And saying, well, we need to take it over. As they take Zagreb. And, well, they broke the treaty terms. But nobody seems to care. And, well, that's just great. Now let's go to Libya's treaty. Which has 3 nations hungry for land out of it. Treaty of Tripoli. Well, Greece gets that. Turkey gets that. Tunisia gets a bit of land. And, well, at the end, we'll see what Italy, who this video was about, how they fared. And then I'm going to put them in another color to bring the idea to them. Because this was inspired by the map. And well, yeah. Now let's go see how it goes here. In Algeria's territory. With me forgetting one important part of this treaty. Basically, this is an Italian puppet state. Italy could have and this. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like and subscribe. Now let's go to the final part. Italy gained lands from Albania, Turkey, Libya, Slovenia, Croatia, and they made a puppet in Algeria and Libya, and they made a lot of allies. And then there's a strong Yugoslavia over there, which is great. But how long will it stay together? Well, that question will remain unknown. But it's probably already falling apart. But that's all. So please like and subscribe. What else? It was really great that we're at 201 subscribers. We have 49 to go to 250. We only have 11 days to get to 250. So subscribe, 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 and even more subscribe, and subscribe again. Get whoever you know to subscribe. And please comment and like this video, so that'd be very great for this channel. And that's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out.